Ever wished you could really break free from the limitations of your e-commerce platform? Build a truly unique online shopping experience.
Yeah.
Well, that's the promise of B2B headless commerce. And today, we're going to dive deep into an article all about it. Breaks down its potential to totally transform your brand.
So what's fascinating about this is the core concept of headless commerce itself. Really, it's about separating the front end. So that's what your customers actually see, what they interact with.
Yeah.
Separating that from all those back-end operations.
Okay.
Imagine the freedom. You can customize how your site looks, how it feels, without ever touching that underlying infrastructure.
Almost sounds too good to be true, right?
Yeah.
But this article claims that businesses that are actually using headless commerce see a significant boost in their conversion rates.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes by as much as 25 to 30% within 2 years.
Wow.
That's a pretty compelling statistic.
It is, and it really speaks to the power of creating truly customized experiences that resonate with your specific B2B audience. I mean, think about it. You could build a site that perfectly reflects your brand and caters to the unique needs of your business customers.
Okay, so help me understand this a little better. What would be an example of a truly customized experience that wouldn't be possible with a traditional e-commerce platform?
Okay, imagine you're selling complex configurable products. With headless commerce, you could actually create a custom product configurator where customers can choose different components, visualize their selections in real time, and receive instant quotes tailored to their specific configurations.
Mhm.
That level of personalized service can be a major differentiator in the B2B space.
That makes a lot of sense. So it's not just about changing the look of the website.
Yeah.
It's about creating entirely new functionalities that enhance the customer experience.
Yeah. Exactly. And because you're separating that front end and back end, you can make these changes so much faster, more efficiently. No more waiting for those lengthy development cycles or being constrained by the limitations of a pre-built platform.
So we've touched on the what and the why of headless commerce. Now let's get into the how. The article outlines 8 strategies for growing your B2B business using headless commerce. Should we go through all 8, or are there a few key ones that really stand out to you?
Let's focus on a few and really dig into what they mean. Let's start with omni-channel experiences. This is where headless commerce truly shines.
Okay, I'm all ears. Tell me more about why omnichannel is so important for B2B businesses.
Well, think about your own buying experiences.
Okay.
You might start researching a product on your phone.
Uh-huh.
Then you switch to your laptop to compare prices, and then finally you make the purchase in a physical store.
Oh, absolutely. I do that all the time.
Exactly. And if those experiences aren't seamless, if you have to re-enter information or start over completely, it's incredibly frustrating.
Yeah, it's enough to make you abandon the purchase altogether. I know I've done that before.
Right. And that's what headless commerce allows you to avoid. You can create this unified experience across all touch points. So your website, your mobile app, your social media, even in-store kiosks.
Wow.
So that the customer journey is smooth and consistent no matter where they interact with your brand.
That's a powerful advantage, especially in the B2B world, where that buying process can be so complex and involve multiple stakeholders.
Absolutely. And headless commerce gives you that flexibility to tailor the experience to each stage of that buyer's journey, providing the right information and support at the right time.
Okay, so omnichannel experiences are a major win. What's another strategy from the article that B2B businesses should be paying attention to?
Let's talk about scalability. This is particularly important for businesses that are experiencing rapid growth or anticipate significant fluctuations in demand.
I can see how that would be a challenge with a traditional platform. If you suddenly get a surge of traffic or orders, your site could crash and you'd lose out on valuable business.
Exactly. But with headless commerce, you have the ability to scale your platform up or down as needed, ensuring that it can handle any spikes in traffic or transactions without impacting performance.
So it's like having an e-commerce platform that can grow and adapt along with your business.
Precisely. And because you're not tied to that specific platform, you have the freedom to choose the best-of-breed technologies and services that meet your evolving needs.
That kind of flexibility can be a game changer, especially in today's fast-paced digital landscape.
It can, and it ties into another key strategy that they mentioned in this article, leveraging APIs.
Okay, APIs. I know they're important, but I'll bet I don't fully understand how they work or why they're so crucial for headless commerce.
Think of APIs as messengers. They allow different software systems to talk to each other and share information. So like if you have a CRM system and an inventory management system, APIs would allow those systems to communicate and share data.
Oh, okay, got it.
In a headless commerce setup, APIs are essential because they allow you to connect your front-end experience to all your back-end systems, creating this seamless flow of information and functionality.
So for example, if a customer places an order on my website, the API would send that order information to my inventory management system, which would then trigger the fulfillment process.
Exactly. And it could also update the customer CRM record, trigger a confirmation email, and even update inventory levels in real time on your website.
Wow, that's pretty amazing. I'm starting to see how all of these pieces fit together to create a truly powerful and efficient e-commerce ecosystem.
It is powerful, but it's important to acknowledge that implementing headless commerce can also come with some challenges.
Right. The article doesn't shy away from those potential hurdles. One that comes to mind is the cost and complexity. It seems like setting up a headless commerce system would require a significant investment, both in terms of technology and expertise.
That's a valid concern, and we'll dive into those challenges and potential solutions in more detail later on.
Sounds good. I'm definitely interested in hearing more about how to navigate those potential roadblocks. But before we move on, I want to make sure I fully understand the power of these strategies we've discussed so far.
Of course, is there anything specific you'd like to revisit?
Well, I'm particularly intrigued by the concept of using APIs to create a more personalized and efficient customer experience. Can you give me like a concrete example of how a B2B business might use APIs to really wow their customers?
Absolutely. Let's imagine you're a B2B company that sells industrial equipment.
Okay.
With a headless commerce setup and strategic use of APIs, you could offer personalized product recommendations based on the customer's past purchase history, allow customers to track their orders in real time.
Okay, following you. What kind of like wow factor could you create with that setup?
Imagine a customer logs into your website. Using APIs, you can pull data from their past purchases, CRM interactions, even their browsing history to create a personalized dashboard.
Yeah.
This dashboard could showcase recommended products, order status updates, relevant support documentation.
Okay, I'm seeing the value here.
Yeah,
It's like creating a tailored experience that anticipates the customer's needs and makes their life easier.
exactly. And that's just scratching the surface of what's possible with APIs. You could even integrate with third-party services to offer things like real-time shipping quotes,
Oh.
online payment processing, even automated customer support chatbots.
Wow, those are some seriously impressive features. I'm starting to see the potential of headless commerce to completely transform the B2B buying experience.
Yeah.
But let's be realistic. Not every business has the resources or expertise to implement such a complex system.
That's a fair point. And as I mentioned earlier, there are some real challenges associated with adopting headless commerce.
So let's dive into those challenges next. I'm eager to hear how businesses can overcome these hurdles and unlock the full potential of this exciting technology.
Yeah. Yeah, one of the biggest hurdles that businesses face is the initial investment. Headless commerce often requires a larger upfront cost compared to those traditional platforms.
Makes sense, right? You're essentially building a custom solution.
Yeah.
It's going to require more time, more resources to get it up and running.
Exactly. And that investment isn't just financial, it's also about having the right technical expertise. Headless commerce relies heavily on those APIs and integrations.
Right.
So you need a team that understands how to build and manage those systems.
So what's the solution for businesses that, might not have a huge in-house development team or a budget to hire like a whole team of experts?
Well, that's where strategic partnerships come in.
Yeah.
The article suggests partnering with specialized agencies or technology providers who have deep expertise in headless commerce.
So instead of trying to build everything from scratch, businesses can leverage the expertise of partners who've already kind of navigated those complexities.
Exactly. These partners can help with everything from system architecture, integration, front-end development, ongoing maintenance.
Okay.
Takes a lot of pressure off those internal teams and allows them to focus on those core business objectives.
That makes sense. Another challenge the article highlights is security. With headless commerce, you're essentially creating a more distributed system, which can introduce some new security vulnerabilities if not properly managed,
Yeah.
especially in the B2B world where you're dealing with sensitive data, like customer information, financial transactions, things like that.
No, absolutely. The article really emphasizes the importance of those robust security measures. So, like regular software updates, strong encryption protocols, and thorough penetration testing.
Okay, so it's about taking a proactive approach to security and ensuring that every point of vulnerability is addressed.
Exactly. And it's not just about implementing the right technology, it's also about having the right processes and policies in place to ensure data security.
So things like employee training and data access controls.
Precisely. Security is an ongoing process, and it needs to be a top priority for any business adopting headless commerce.
Okay, so we've talked about cost, expertise, and security. Are there any other major challenges that businesses should be aware of?
One more that's often cited is the complexity of managing a headless commerce system. With so many different components, integrations,
Yeah.
it can be challenging to keep everything running smoothly.
I can imagine it's like conducting an orchestra. You need to make sure all the different instruments are playing in harmony to create a beautiful symphony.
That's a great analogy. And the article suggests implementing a centralized management dashboard to streamline operations. Provide that single point of control for all your systems.
So instead of logging into multiple platforms and trying to piece together information from different sources, you have one central hub. You know where you can monitor performance, manage integrations, make adjustments as needed.
Exactly. And this can significantly reduce the complexity of managing a headless commerce system, make it much easier to keep everything running smoothly.
This all sounds great, but I'm curious about real-world examples. Are there any B2B businesses that are successfully using headless commerce and seeing, like, tangible results?
Absolutely. There are numerous examples of B2B companies, both large and small, that are leveraging headless commerce to drive growth and innovation. For instance, a leading manufacturer of industrial equipment recently adopted a headless commerce approach to create a more personalized and efficient online ordering process for their distributors.
Oh, wow. Okay, what kind of results do they see?
They saw a significant increase in online orders, a reduction in order processing time, and improved customer satisfaction scores.
Wow, those are some impressive results. It sounds like headless commerce is really living up to its promise.
It is, and it's not just about large enterprises. Smaller B2B businesses are also finding success with headless commerce. For example, a niche distributor of specialty chemicals was able to expand their reach and increase sales by using headless commerce to create a multilingual website that catered to international markets.
So it's a solution that can scale to fit the needs of businesses of all sizes.
Exactly. And the beauty of headless commerce is that it allows businesses to start small and gradually add functionality as they grow. They can focus on building the core features they need initially and then add more advanced capabilities over time.
That's a smart approach.
hmm
It avoids overwhelming those internal teams and allows for a more phased implementation.
Now, in addition to overcoming these challenges, the article also offers some bonus tips for maximizing the effectiveness of your B2B marketing efforts with headless commerce.
Oh, bonus tips. I'm always up for those. What are some of the key takeaways?
One of the most important is ensuring your site is SEO friendly. With headless commerce, you have more control over the technical aspects of your website, which can be a major advantage for SEO.
So it's about making sure your site is properly structured, optimized for keywords, and easy for search engines to crawl and index.
Precisely. And because headless commerce allows for those faster page load times, that can also boost your search engine rankings.
I've heard that site speed is a major factor in SEO these days.
It is. And it also impacts that user experience. No one wants to wait for a slow website to load.
Especially on mobile devices. Which reminds me, the article also emphasizes the importance of making your website mobile-friendly.
Absolutely. Mobile optimization is essential for any business today, but it's particularly important for B2B companies where buyers are increasingly using their smartphones and tablets to research products and make purchases.
So with headless commerce, you can create a mobile experience that's just as seamless and user-friendly as your desktop site.
Exactly. You have complete control over the design and the functionality, so you can tailor the experience to the specific needs of those mobile users.
Okay, so we've covered SEO and mobile optimization. What other marketing tips does the article offer?
It also highlights the importance of using social media to drive traffic and engagement, leveraging targeted advertising to reach your ideal customer profile, and using data analytics to track performance and make informed decisions.
So it's about taking a holistic approach to marketing and integrating your headless commerce strategy with all of your other marketing channels.
Exactly. And with the right tools and strategies in place, headless commerce can be a powerful engine for B2B growth.
I'm convinced. We've covered a lot of ground today, from the foundational concepts of headless commerce to the practical challenges and opportunities it presents.
Yeah, it's been a fascinating discussion, and I think we've only just scratched the surface of what's possible with this technology.
I agree, there's so much more to explore, and I'm sure we'll be revisiting this topic in future episodes. But for now, I want to leave our listeners with a key question to ponder.
Okay, I like where you're going with this. What's the question you have in mind?
We've talked about the benefits, the challenges, and the strategies for success. But the real question is, how could you leverage headless commerce to unlock explosive growth for your business?
That's the million-dollar question, and it's one that every B2B business leader should be asking themselves.
We've provided a roadmap, but the journey is yours to take.
Exactly. It's time to stop just thinking about headless commerce and start taking action.
The future of B2B commerce is here, and it's headless. Don't get left behind. I think what's really exciting about headless commerce is it's not just a technology.
Yeah,
It's a mindset shift.
right.
It's about embracing that agility, flexibility, and that customer-centric approach.
It is. It's about breaking free from the constraints of those traditional e-commerce platforms,
Yeah.
building something truly unique that aligns with your specific business goals and customer needs.
And speaking of customer needs, I'm curious to hear more about how headless commerce can be used to actually enhance the B2B buying experience. We've touched on personalization, those omni-channel experiences, but are there other ways that businesses can leverage this technology to really wow their customers?
One area that I think is particularly interesting is the use of headless commerce to create self-service portals.
Self-service portals, tell me more about that.
So imagine a portal where your B2B customers can log in and place orders, track shipments, manage their account details, access support documentation, even request quotes, all without ever having to interact with a sales rep.
Wow, that's a game changer. It puts the power in the hands of the customer and makes that whole buying process so much more efficient.
Exactly. And because you're using that headless architecture, you can seamlessly integrate those self-service features with your existing back-end system. So everything is updated in real time.
So for example, if a customer updates their shipping address in the portal, that information would automatically flow through to your CRM and order fulfillment systems.
Precisely. No more manual data entry or silos of information.
I can see how that would save businesses a ton of time and money, not to mention reduce errors.
Yeah, and it frees up your sales team to focus on more strategic tasks, like building relationships and closing deals.
That's a huge win. So we've talked about self-service portals. Are there any other innovative ways businesses are using headless commerce to enhance that customer experience?
Another trend that's gaining traction is the use of headless commerce to create immersive digital showrooms.
Digital showrooms. That sounds intriguing.
Think about those virtual reality experiences you've seen, where you can put on a headset and explore a 3D environment.
Oh yeah, I've tried those before. They're pretty cool.
Well, businesses are now using that same technology to create virtual showrooms where B2B buyers can actually experience those products in a whole new way.
So instead of just like looking at pictures or reading product descriptions, they can actually interact with the product in a virtual environment.
Exactly. They can zoom in, rotate the product, see how it works, and even customize it to their specifications.
That's amazing. It's like bringing that trade show experience online.
It is, and it's a great way to engage buyers.
Yeah.
Especially when you're selling those complex or technical products that are difficult to showcase through traditional means.
I can see how that would be a game changer for industries like manufacturing, engineering, or even healthcare.
Absolutely, and it's just one example of how headless commerce is pushing the boundaries of what's possible in B2B e-commerce.
So to wrap things up, it seems like headless commerce offers a ton of exciting possibilities for B2B businesses,
Yeah,
but it's not without its challenges.
that's right. It's not a magic bullet. It's not the right solution for every business.
But for businesses that are looking to create truly unique, engaging customer experiences, drive efficiency, and unlock those new growth opportunities, headless commerce is definitely worth exploring.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. It's an investment, but it's one that can pay off in spades if done right.
Well, I think we've given our listeners a lot to think about today.
Definitely have.
Thanks for joining me on this deep dive.
My pleasure.
Until next time, happy innovating.